Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unpacking the actual mechanics of financial security. You know, even if you actively follow the markets and read all the financial news, it's really easy to overlook a core foundational truth. Building wealth, it doesn't require complex algorithms or a finance degree. It really just requires a mastery of the basics, a solid plan, and the discipline to stick to it over time.
So let's kick things off with a simple question. What do you actually want to save for? Take a brief pause right now and think about your ultimate financial goals. Are you aiming for a new car, a college education? Maybe you're trying to build a bulletproof safety net for unexpected emergencies. Or you're just dreaming of a comfortable future where you literally never have to stress about paying the bills. If you don't know where you're going, you might end up somewhere you really don't want to be. Your goals are the compass for this entire roadmap.
Every financial journey has to start somewhere, right? And the absolute key is starting right now, immediately. There is a very real mathematical cost to waiting, and avoiding that massive mistake of delaying your investments is step number one. So here is our literal roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. Your financial starting line. 2. How small savings add up. 3. Saving versus investing. 4. Stocks, bonds, and funds. And 5. Protecting your money. Let's dive in. Section 1. Your financial starting line. Assessing your current location.
Look, you simply cannot map out a journey without knowing your exact starting coordinates. So calculating your net worth is your first move. It's super simple. Just list your assets, like your cash, your savings, your checking accounts, and subtract your liabilities. Things like credit card balances, student loans, or bank loans. And hey, don't sweat it if that number is currently negative. Knowing that number is the essential first step. If you follow a plan to eventually get into a positive position, you are doing exactly the right thing.
Now, when you're mapping out your day-to-day budget, there is an absolute golden rule you have to follow. Pay yourself first. You need to treat your savings and your investments as mandatory expenses, right alongside your rent or your phone bill. Seriously, don't wait to see what's left over at the end of the month because usually, well, nothing is left. Pay yourself first.
Section 2. Small savings add up. The power of a single bottle of soda.
Understanding the mechanics of accelerating your wealth often comes down to minor, almost invisible habits. For example, how much does a $2 daily bottle of soda actually cost you over time? It seems totally insignificant, right? Just $2. But actually, that's $730 a year.
And it gets crazier. $3,155.02. That is what a simple $2 daily habit turns into after 30 years if you saved and invested it at just a conservative 5% annual return. It completely proves that minor, tiny lifestyle tweaks can compound into massive, unexpected results over time.
The literal magic engine driving that growth is compound interest. Simply put, it's interest paid on your initial principal amount and on the accumulated interest it has already earned. So your money earns money, and then that new money earns even more money. It's a snowball effect, and it is incredibly powerful.
But hold on, before you go heavily investing, you have to manage your debt. You got to put away the plastic, know exactly what you owe, and prioritize paying off the highest rates first. Think about it. Most credit cards charge 18% or even more. Virtually no safe investment will guarantee returns high enough to keep pace with an 18% charge. That debt will quickly cancel out any investment gains you make. So crush that high-interest debt first to free up your capital.
Section 3. Saving versus investing. Making your money work.
Okay, so once you've crushed your debt and built a solid emergency fund, what do you actually do with your extra cash? Well, saving is safe and easily accessible, but it yields lower returns and is highly vulnerable to inflation. Investing, on the other hand, carries a greater chance of losing your principal, but it offers significantly higher potential earnings over time. Think of it this way. If you leave everything in a basic savings account, inflation acts like a silent thief, just eating away your purchasing power year after year. To build real wealth, investing is absolutely required. Section 4. Stocks, bonds, and funds. Choosing your vehicle.
So what are the actual vehicles you can use out there?
Well, when you buy stocks, you literally become a part owner of a company. That means potential dividends and higher rewards, but definitely a higher risk of loss. Now, when you buy bonds, you become a lender. You secure promised interest and it comes with lower risk. In fact, if a bankruptcy happens, bondholders actually get paid before stockholders do. Simply put, stocks make you an owner, bonds make you a lender.
Now, if sitting down and investigating individual companies sounds exhausting, you can use mutual funds or ETFs. These are essentially pools of money run by professionals who pick the stocks or bonds for you. Your shares rise or fall based on the fund's overall holdings. Just one quick tip here. Always watch out for management fees. They can quietly eat into your returns over time if you aren't paying attention.
But there's a catch, and it's a crucial safeguard no matter what vehicle you use: diversification. Dividing your investments among different kinds of assets with varying risks and rewards protects you. You know the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket? By spreading your money across different sectors and companies, you totally insulate yourself against unnecessary risk just in case one single company happens to fail.
Section 5. Protecting your money. Being the boss. If you decide to hire an investment professional to help you out, remember one thing: you are in charge. You should always ask them point blank, what is your training? What is your investment philosophy? Can you provide references? How exactly do you get paid? And perhaps the most important question of all, how much will this cost me in total? Your financial security is on the line here, so literally never be intimidated to ask the hard questions.
And remember, you also have some ultimate safety nets at your disposal. Utilize the resources provided by the Securities and Exchange Commission and NASA. You can check your professional's licenses, make sure your investments are properly registered, and report any warning signs of fraud to protect yourself. Honestly, most professionals are entirely honest, but doing your homework helps you avoid those few unscrupulous individuals out there.
I love this thought. Investing makes it possible for your money to work for you. In a sense, your money becomes your employee, and that makes you the boss. You are the CEO of your wealth. So as you look at your accounts today, ask yourself, are your employees currently working hard for you out in the market, or are they just sleeping in a savings account somewhere, losing value to inflation? The choice of how to deploy them is entirely yours. What's your first move going to be?